Let's turn to extraordinary pictures now from North America, where tens of millions of people have been warned about potentially dangerous air quality as intense wildfires burn across Canada. A haze hangs over much of northeastern US, with some cities, including New York there, briefly reporting the worst air quality of any major city in the world. Much of the smoke is coming from Quebec, where 160 fires are burning. Canadian officials say the country is bracing for its worst wildfire season on record. Well, let's talk now to the environmental researcher and author of Planet on Fire, Laurie Laybourne, who joins us live now on the programme. And welcome. The footprint for these fires is quite enormous, isn't it?
It is, and in many ways they're unprecedented, and we're seeing this in every single fire season. Wildfires in parts of North America are not unusual, but the way they are burning, the severity, the number of them, that's the unusual thing here, and it's being driven, we think, by the climate crisis.
In terms of the health risks, I mean, it is very difficult for people to actually protect themselves from this, isn't it?
Exactly, and what this does is remind us that at the end of the day, the climate crisis is a health crisis. The things that are burning now across North America will be breathed in by people in cities like New York, and that will have a very negative health impact. So we must remember, in all of the big abstract science, that's often how it feels, that at the end of the day, the impacts of the climate crisis are health impacts.
You reference constantly the climate crisis. Is it your view we are absolutely seeing more of these events all of the time? We had, for example, that summer heat wave in the UK. Do you connect all of these things?
Yeah, the climate crisis is making the world warmer. So we get more of the heat extremes like the ones you mentioned in the UK. It's making things drier, so we get more of these wildfires. And we must remember not just that the impact of that is then on our health, but that at root, this is coming from carbon pollution. And there has been some scientific work that's drawn the direct line between wildfires in North America and the carbon pollution that fossil fuel companies have put into the atmosphere. And those companies still are very intransigent in moving towards renewables, which we need to do.
Laurie, just a quick final word. In terms of everything we're seeing with these fires, and we're at the start of the wildfire season, so it is concerning. How long does this stuff stay in the atmosphere being breathed by people?
They can be very persistent. It's the same types of small particles that people have impacting their health in cities that come from vehicles and so on. And one of the big concerns here is that we're about to enter the El Nino part of the weather cycles around the world that will make the world even hotter. So the wildfires that we will probably see coming next, they've got to be the final reminder of the need for us to push back against those interests like fossil fuel companies that are not getting on top of the root causes of this problem.
Laurie, we have to leave it there. A busy afternoon here, but thanks so much for joining us on the programme.